नमामि धन्वन्तरिम् आदिदेवम् सुरासुरैर्वन्दितपादपद्मम् लोके जरारुभयमृत्युनाशम् दातारमीशं विविधौषधीनां धन्वन्तरिं रमानाथं सर्वरोगनिवारकम् आयुर्वेदप्रवक्तारं वन्दे पीयूषदायकम् सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Thank you. So let's begin our first session for the day. For that, we have with us Dr. Gayatri Samir Deshpande, Associate Professor, Department of Sanskrit Samhita Siddhanta from SGR Ayurveda Medical College, Solapur, Maharashtra. May I request Dr. Gayatri Deshpande to kindly occupy the chair on dais. On behalf of our college, I extend a warm welcome with a kit. I request Dr. Anand Katti, HOD Department of Samhita Siddhanta, to welcome her giving a kit. We welcome you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Rashmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Roga Nidana, to introduce our first speaker for the day to our esteemed delegates.
Good morning all. I am here to introduce Dr. Gayatri Samir Deshpande Madam. Madam was born on 20th April in the year 1979 and presently she is living in Maharashtra, Solapur. She is very enthusiastic and a social personality, interesting in research in Oriental sciences. She has her fluency in English, Hindi, Marathi as well as in the Sanskrit. Madam, coming to education, she has completed her BAMS in the year 2002 from Ayurvedic Medical College, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. She has completed her master degree in Samhita in the year 2006 from Tilak Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Pune University. She has done MA Sanskrit in the year 2005 from Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapita, Pune, and PhD Samhita, ongoing research work at Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapita, Pune. Madam has teaching experience of about 11 years in undergraduate and 5 years in postgraduate. She has done her research work during her master degree, she has done her research work on a critical study of Lavana Rasa Atiyoga Janya Lakshana with special reference to Charaka Samhita. And she has done her work in process for PhD, a comparative study of 3 commentators of Charaka Samhita, Ayurveda Deepika, Jalpa Kalpataru and Charakopaskara with special reference to Anupana Chatushka. In this study, 3 commentaries are compared with available literature. Also, dietetic principles from Ayurveda are compared with modern nutrition. She has done her research paper presentation, presented research paper on Anukta Vyadhi Vichara with special reference to cancer at national seminar conducted by Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapit, Pune, and also presented paper on physiochemical analysis of Manjishta Vata with special reference to preparation by classical and extract method at international seminar on recent advances in herbal medicines at Nagpur. She has done various publications and she has written various books on Maulika Siddhanta Evam Ashtanga Hridaya, as well Ayurveda Ityasa and Vaidyakiya Subhashita Sahityam, and even on Tantra Yukti in the year 2018. She has published various articles and few are regarding swine flu and Ayurveda, and review of Nasya Kalpana from Charaka Samhita Chikitsa Sthana, As well, she has attended about more than 20 seminar or conferences and workshops till today. And presently, she is working as Associate Professor, Department of Sanskrit Siddhanta, SGR Ayurveda, Mahavidyalaya, Solapur, Maharashtra. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everybody. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Deo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. By paying gratitude towards Lord Dhanvantari, my teachers and my mentors, I will start today's sharing of thoughts. I'm not giving lecture, I just sharing my thoughts on clinical aspect of the Tantra Yukti. Next, please. What is Tantra Yukti? Is it a tool for only reading Samhita or is it have a clinical application? Is our today's question. As we all are teachers, we know about Tantra Yukti, definition of Tantra Yukti, definition of Tantra Yukti, all that. But question is that, is it for only reading for Samhita or is it for clinical application? So let us discuss on clinical application of Tantra Yukti. We will discuss example first, then you will told me the Tantra Yukti which is applicable in that examples. So it will be interactive and you will not bored at all in all the lectures. Because I know it's second lecture on Tantra Yukti and it is a boring topic as it has no coverage in UG and PG also. Next, please. Next. In this first example, Vardhanena Eka Doshasya, it is sutra from Jvara Chikitsa, Sannipata Jvara Chikitsa, and second sutra is from Sannipata Jatisar Chikitsa. Both conditions are same. They are for Sannipata only. But one is from Jvara and one is from Atisar. In second example, it is for Sneha Matra for Shodhan. One example is from Charak Samhita. That is, it is mentioned as Shodhan Sneha should be given in Madhyama Matra. And second example is from Ashtanga Hrudaya. It is told as it should be taken in Uttama Matra. Then why it is difference in two examples? How will you clear this difference? On which basis? In first example, conditions are same, that is Sannipatach. But this is different, one is Jvar and another is Atisar. In second Matra, same example, that is Matra for Shodhan, Sneha. But in both compendia, it is given differently, Madhyama Matra and Uttama Matra. How will you clear? In second year students, first students asked when you teach Snehadhyay. Yeah, it is Adhikaran Tantra Yukti. In first example, it is Adhyaya Adhikaran, which is told by Arun Datta. That is in Jvara Adhikaran, it should be treated Kafasthana Anupurvya. First Kafasthan should be treated. And in Atisar, first Vata dosh should be treated, then Pitta, and then Kapha should be treated. That is Adhyaya Adhikaran. It not be applicable to the Atisar, but it can be applicable in other diseases which are Amashaya Samudbhava and which is Hetvartha Tantra Yukti again. It is Amashaya Samudbhava Vyadhi, so in other Amashaya Samudbhava Vyadhi, you can also use Kafasthana Anupurvya, that is line of treatment. In second example, it is the example of Tantra Adhikaran. Both Tantras are different. Charak Samhita is different and Ashtanga Hrudaya is different. Then, if you are following Ashtanga Hrudaya, you should do in Uttama Matra, and if you are following Charak Samhita, you should do in Madhyama Matra. It may be due to difference in Kal and other influencing factor also, but it's not our today's subject. So I will not discuss on it. Then Kalpa in Charak Chikitsa Sthan. there are many kalpas which are in both adhikaran. Can you give any example? That is one kalp which has came in different adhikarana, different chikitsa adhyay in Charak Samhita. Shatavari Grut. Other? There are so many kalpas. Shatavari Gruta is also, Shatapala Gruta is also. Then why it is came into different adhikaran, same kalpa? What is its significance? Its significance is that there is some segment common in both samprapti, and that kalp acts on that common segment of in both sampraptis. So from adhikaran we can choose a drug, its matra and its time and its anupan. So adhikaran is more important in chikitsa. What is the adhikaran of Charak Samhita? In Siddhisthan, when Tantra Yukti are mentioned, there Roga is adhikaran of Charak Samhita, and in Sutrasthan first adhyay it is told that Purush is adhikaran of the Charak Samhita. It's Tantra. Purush is more important as per Chikitsa because all Ashrita Bhav are, according to Charak Samhita, they are seated in Purush only. We have to discuss about Dosh, Dhatu, Mala, Prakriti, and they are all are Ashrita of Purush, and so Purush adhikaran is more important in Chikitsa than other adhikaranas. Next slide, please. So it's the application of adhikaran Tantra Yukti. Adhikaran is adhikaranam nama yam artham adhikrutyam pravartate karta. Its definition by Chakrapani. Next slide, please. You all know that in red color there is a sutra of Shvasa Samprapti. Yada Strotamsi Sarruddhya Marutaha Kapapurvakaha Vishak Vrajati Sarruddhaha Tada Shvasan Karoti Saha. What is meaning of Vishak Vrajati? Means all over body, flowing all over the body. If you consider only these two lines in Shvasa Chikitsa, only one sutra, you cannot complete the meaning of the Shvasa Samprapti. Next slide, please. So we have to rearrange sutras from the same chapter, that is Pran Udak Annavahini Strotamsi Marga Rodhat Sakafo Anilaha. First it is Pran Udak and Annavah Strotas which are obstructed due to Sakafa Anilaha, Kafa and Vat. Then Udiriyate Bhrishataram Margavarodhat Vahajjalam. Why there is excess dosha prakop? Because of Margavarodhat. And it is given Drishtanta Vahajjalam as like a jal. Urastha Kafam Uddhuya. Because of that obstruction all over the body, Vishak Vrajati, which are those which are following all over the body, they come to Urasthan, Kafam Uddhuya, then Udiran of Kaf, Strotamsi Sarudhya, then Pranavah Strotas Avrod, and then Samprapti of Shwas completes. So if we have thorough knowledge of Samprapti, we have to rearrange sutras in the same chapter, and it is nothing but the Yoga Tantra Yukti. Previous slide, please. Other example we know in Siddhisthan, one sutra is there, Apakvam Vamanam Dosham, Pachamanam Virechanam, Niraharet Vamanaha Sat, Pakam na Pratipalayet. Now you imagine you are in first year BMS and give meaning of that two lines. Don't think about previous and after sutra and where it is, because it is also mentioned in Ashtanga also. Apakvam Vamanam Dosham. If you don't know background, then the meaning is wrong. That is, Vaman removes Apakva dosh and Virechan removes Pakva dosh. But it is not true. It is in context of Ayog or Hina Yog, and it states that when there is Ayog or Hina Yog, Vaman Aushadhi do not affect digestion, and so without wasting time, we can reintroduce the Vaman Aushadhi. But for Virechan, it's not possible because digestion of medicine is compulsory and we have to wait till. So if you have proper meaning, Apakvam Vamanam Dosham, we have to rearrange before and after sutra, its context, and then only we can get proper meaning. That is again Yoga Tantra Yukti. Next, please. Next. Next. Okay. First example is from Vatakala Kaliyadhyaya, Samana Gunabhyaso hi Dhatunam Vruddhi Karanam. It comes in context with Vata Vruddhi, but it is applicable to all over Bhava Padartha in the body. Any Bhava Padartha, when you get similar guna, it will cause Vruddhi of that Padartha. Second example is from Jvara again. Jvarado Purvarupa Darshane. In first stage of Jvara or in Purvarupa Avastha, Laghu Ashanam Apatarpanam. Laghu Ashan or Apatarpan should be given. Jvarasya Amashay Samuttatvat. It is again applicable to all the diseases which are Amashay Samudbhav. And hence in Chardi, it is given that first choice of treatment should be Langan except in Vataja Chardi. So it is applicable to all over examples for all over Bhava Padartha. Next is from Akshina Paramausasya Raktapitta Chikitsa. It is again said that Dosha Dushtam Utklishtam. When Dosh are in Utklishta Avastha and Mausa and Bala is not Kshina, they are in their proper way, then first treatment of line should not be Stambhana and it should be given in all other diseases where Utklishta Dosha Avastha is present. Last is Rudhire Ati Pravrutte Rakta Pitta Hari Kriyaha. When there is a Rudhira Ati Pravrutti, bleeding is in excess, it should be done as a Rakta Pitta Chikitsa. One patient was there with high menstrual bleeding and she has taken lots of medicine from modern medicine, Ayurveda, homeopathy, all pathies she had treated. When she came, her HB was below 7 and she wants Ayurvedic treatment again. So when we think about it, then this sutra, I was actually teaching in the college and this sutra came in my mind and I think about the Adhoga Rakta Pitta, and when woman, I have given her that patient woman, in first week she stopped, bleeding was stopped and after Samsajankram, she don't have taken any medicine from any path. So this Rudhira Ati Pravrutte to Rakta Pitta Hari Kriya, it is applicable to anywhere where Rudhira Ati Pravrutti takes place. What is the application of this Tantra Yukti? That is when any concept is cleared in any context which can be applicable in others also, it is that Hetvartha Tantra Yukti. Next please. Here highlighted text is only one pada, that is Prakruti. In first, Prakruti has meaning as a reason, Sapta Dravyani Kushthanam Prakrutihi, it is as Hetu. In second, Samyam Prakruti Uchyate, it is Samyam, that is Samyavastha. In third, it is came for Swabhava, Swabhavika Gurvadi Guna Yogaha. In fourth, it is Deha Prakruti, Chakrapani has maintained is Swasthyavastha, and in last, Dosha Prakruti, Vikruta Doshanam Prakruti is commented by Chakrapani. So in every sutra there is same pada Prakruti, but it has different meanings, and we have to take that meaning according to that context, and it is nothing but the Padartha Tantra Yukti. So when we are taking any sutra from Chikitsa Sthana also, we have to think upon which context and which meaning should be taken there. Next please. Next. In this example, Prameya Hetu Kafakrucha Sarvam. All other Hetus are mentioned, Asya Sukham, Swapna Sukham, Dadhini, and at last, Prameya Hetu Kafakrucha Sarvam means other than Hetu described in that context, other than that, Kafakrucha Sarvam means that can be cause of Prameya. So it is in shortly they are described that Hetu which are not described there can be Hetu in present scenario. In second example, there also in Annapana Vidhi, each and every factor of each class, it's impossible to describe every aspect and hence they are described in short. It is a sample study. as in research we take as a sample and then conclude about all things. Same in the same way they have taken as a sample and conclude about all. And Yavantaha Purushe Murtimantaha. Yesterday we saw Vimanasthan and there are only 13 srotas are described in detail. But Charak I have already mentioned that there which are Murtimanta Bhav, each Bhav has its srotas. In Rasa, in Asthapana Skandha, there already they are described in concise form only. So it is the application of which Tantra Yukti? Next, please. It is a pradesh यद बहुत्वात् अर्थस्य कास्नेन अभिधातुम् अशक्यम् एकदेशेन अभिधीयते. Next, please. तत्र इदं सर्वकुष्ठनिदानं समासेन उपदेक्षामः. In निदानस्थान कुष्ठनिदान is in short concise form and then it is explained in चिकित्सास्थान in detail. Next, in next sutra, there is an anupana for shodhana dravya. In practice, we have to think upon dosh, dhatu, mala, prakriti, etc. to teach upon, to give anupan for shodhana dravya. But here, it is only depending upon dosh, they are described different anupanas. Chikitsa sutra of each vadhi. When we teach Chikitsa Sthan, there is a sutra in only 2 lines and then it is explained in detail after that. These all are examples of Uddesha Tantra Yukti, that is description in concise form and then it is detailed study. It is again next Tantra Yukti, that is Nirdesha Tantra Yukti. Next. Shadvirechan Shatashriti, you know already that Dravya and their number of kalpas are explained there and then in Kalpasthan they are detailed. Shodhan Karma mentioned in Chikitsasthan. Only karma is mentioned but their drug of choice, anupan, etc. are detailed in Kalpasthan and Siddhisthan. Next. Shitam Viryena Yadravyam Madhuram Rasapakayoho. This sutra is from Atreya Bhadrakapya Sutra and for complete the meaning we have to consider some other padarthas like Neyam, Asti, etc. For example, Yadravyam Madhuram Rasapakayoho Asti Tat Shitam Viryena Neyam. Then only the meaning is completed. In next example, it is sutra from Viruddhahar. Paraspar Guna Viruddhani Kanichit. Meaning of Kanichit is giving vikalpa. As a Sanskrit literature, Kanichit means giving vikalpa. And so, Paraspar Guna Viruddhani, Paraspara Samagunani also it is considered here. And in example, Chakrapani has given that Desha Viruddha and Kala Viruddha, Samaguna can also cause Viruddhahar. So, here we have to consider Paraspara Samagunani Kanichit. And in first, Neyam should be there considered and it is nothing but the Vakya Shesha Tantra Yukti. Next, please. Next. Kapha Pradhanan Anuklishtan Doshan Amashaya Sthitan Budhva Jvarakaran Kale Vamyanam Vamanai Hare. From Jvara Chikitsa. In Jvara Chikitsa, woman should be given. What is the purpose for giving woman? That is Utklishtan Amashaya Sthitan Doshan Hare. Those which are Utklishta in Amashaya, for their removal woman is given. Aushad Sevan Kal and Anupan also depends upon purpose. We all know Hingvashtak Churna. Hingvashtak Churna, when we are giving it Apana Avrodh or Malavarod, it should be given in Apana Kala. Anupan should be Koshna Jal. When we have given it for Aruchi, it should be introduced with first bolus and it is preferred with Odana and Ghruta. When it should be given for Agniman, it should be in between the meals. So, according to the our purpose, Aushad Sevan Kal as well as Anupan changes. Sneha Matra and Kal, we know Bruhana Sneha, Shodhan Sneha, Shaman Sneha. So, according to purpose, it all changes and that purpose is nothing but Prayojan. for which prayojan you are using that medicine or substance, it changes all the scenario. So it is the prayojana tantra yukti. Next. Matrashi sat. Always do lunch or dinner, whatever you are doing, in exact quantity according to your Prakriti and Agni. Nanaktam dadhi bhunjita. These examples you already all know. These are the examples of Aptopadesh, and it is known as Upadesha Tantra Yukti. Next. This sutra comes in last paragraph of the Grahani. प्रातः आशे तु अजीर्णे अपि सायं आशो न दुष्यति दिवा प्रबुध्यते अर्केण हृदयं पुंडरीकवत्. If any person taking lunch in like taking food in morning and not digested properly, and then again he took the food in the evening, then it's not too much harmful. It's harmful, but as compared, it's not too much harmful. Why it is not harmful? The reasons are given. Tasman vibuddhe srotamsi स्फुटतम यान्ति सर्वशः व्यायामात् विहाराच्च विक्षिप्ताच्च चेतसः. In day, due to activity of body and mind, there are srotas are not avaruddha, and there is no clay. Then clay to the dhatus. Dhatus are in normal functioning, and so it's not too much harmful. Tatra purva rupa darshane jvarado. The same shlok we have seen previously. Here also reason is given. Jvarasya amashay samuttatva. So when reasons are given to the statement, it is the Tantra Yukti which is known as Tantra Yukti. When reasons are given. It is Addesh Tantra Yukti. Previous slide, please. In this example, this is the example for present scenario also. Because at present, we all do breakfast, heavy breakfast in the morning as per modern nutrition and modern science, without saying that our previous last night diet which we have taken is digested or not digested, and it is the basic cause of Agnimandya in all disorders, which are lifestyle disorders we are seeing today, are basically due to Agnimandya, and it's because of this sutra we have to concern that, and we have to tell our patients that you should take breakfast in less quantity if you have not. Suppose that your diet in last night is not digested properly. If you ask your patient about Kshuddbodh, they don't have any symptom of Kshuddbodh. Even we also, we don't think upon Kshuddbodh when we are eating. We just take breakfast and lunch at our lunch break, and when we have to go to the office, and so we have to take breakfast at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. But it's not a good reason for health. Next, please. Next. आमप्रदोषाणां पुनः विकाराणां अपतर्पणेन एव उपरमो भवति सति तु अनुबन्धे कृत अपतर्पणानां व्याधीनां निग्रहे निमित्त विपरीतम् अस्य औषधः. आमप्रदोषाणां विकाराणां. In आमप्रदोषज विकार अपतर्पणम् एव. First choice of treatment is apatarpan. Sati tu anubandhe. What is anubandha? Sati tu anubandhe. What is anubandha? Here, what is the meaning of that anubandha? When we do apatarpan chikitsa for ama pradosh, symptoms which are left behind, it is anubandha, and it is commented by Chakrapani. Sati tu anubandhe. In that anubandha, kruta apatarpana nimitta viparitanam chikitsam api aushadasya atankam viparitam. Vyadhi viparit chikitsa should be done there. But it's for only ama pradoshaj vikar. When vikar is not ama pradoshaj, vyadhi viparita chikitsa should be done first, and then hetu viparita chikitsa, that is anukta, and which is applicable in other contexts. Which tantra yukti? Arthapatti. When some information is given, we have concluded anukta from it, and then that anukta is applicable in other contexts. Hetvartha is same meaning we are applied in other contexts. That is hetvartha. It is atidesh. In second, shvasa hetu, it is last line, that is vibandhaischa pruthak vidaihi. In shvasa, there is vibandha, obstruction, pruthak vidaihi. Obstructions are not given there. So we have to consider other obstructions like granthi, shotha, arbuda, etc. in pranavaha srotas. But it is not applicable only pranavaha srotas. It is applicable in all other sampraptis which are due to obstruction. For example, in Ruddhapatha Kamla, we have to think upon Pitta Ashmar. So it is applicable in other all obstructive sampraptis, that is Vibandhaischa Pruthak Vidhaihi, and it is the application for Anukta to other contexts. Next, please. Next. Prakrutaha sukha sadhyantu vasantaha sharadudbhavaha. Prakrujvara in vasanta and sharad are sukha sadhya. Other meaning is, which you are stating in previous slide, that is arthapatti. Etai eva cha aushadai shlakshna pishtaihi sushitaihi pradeham karayet. If you are quite good in Sanskrit, then aushadaihi ashlakshna pishtaihi. It is sandhi vigraha. In pradeha, specifically in daha, their pradeha should not be shlakshna. It should be ashlakshnaha. And in yoni vyapad, it is also mentioned that in daha, if you do chandana shlakshna lep, it will increases the daha. So it should be given that ashlakshna, that shlakshna pradeha will cause daha. In arsha chikitsa, nasti takrat param kinchitam aushadham kaphavataje. Kaphavataja arsha, it is, there is beneficial, takra is beneficial there, but in pitta and in rakta, it is not useful. Even in pitta prakriti and rakta diseases due to rakta, takra should not be used. In present scenario, when summer and heat comes, there are all over boardings of takra, thanda, shita takra, but takra is not shita, it is ushna. All takra types of takra are ushna, and so they are not useful in rakta and pitta. Dadhi Sevan, you all know that example is given in all books. So it is examples of the arthapatti. Next. These are the examples from Sutrasthan. We all know that discussing all other parts and then giving the exact reason or giving its nirnaya, yeshameva hi bhavanam, shadeva rasaha iti uchaha. These are the nirnaya. It is the nirnaya tantra yukti which we used in confirmation of diagnosis. We use hetu, then purvarupa, then samprapti, how samprapti takes place, and then we confirm the diagnosis. That is the nirnaya tantra yukti. It gives detailed knowledge of every point. Next. Samanya Vishaya Siddhanta, you all know, and its applications also. I just give one reminder, that is Rukshaha Shito Laghu Sukshmaha Chalotha Vishadaha Karaha Viparita Gunaihi Dravyam. In all dosh, there is said that opposite guna will shaman that dosh. Tyagat Vishamahetunam Samanam Cha Upasevanat. For healthy, you should avoid Vishama Hetu and you should follow the Saman Hetu. Samana Guna Abhyasoi Dhatunam Prashama Karanam. And last, in Sharir Sthan, Dhatavaha Punaha Sharir Samana Gunaihi Samana Guna Bhuveshtaiva. This is the principle we use in Chikitsa, in any disease, in any condition. So it is the application of Tantra Yukti, which is Prasanga Tantra Yukti. When one Siddhant or one concept is mentioned earlier and then due to conditions, we repeat that same condition, that same principle. It is Samanya Vishesha. Example is given and it is Prasanga Tantra Yukti. Next. अथ खलु त्रीणि द्रव्याणि न उपयुज्यतम अधिकम अनेकेभ्यो द्रव्येभ्यः पिपलिक क्षारलवणम. Pippalic Shara, though it is satme to anybody, then should also the all three should be avoided. Rogam Adav Parikshet Tato Anantaram Aushadham. And last example is Kevalam Nirupastambhadav Snehai Upachare. Kevalam Nirupastambhadav Nirupastambha Vadhi. There should be only Sneha should be used as first line of treatment. What these three examples suggest? रोगम आदौ परीक्षेत तदोनंतरम औषधम केवल निरूपस्तंभादौ स्नेहै उपाचरेत. Instructions. Which type of instructions they are? Because we have already seen Upadesh, that is Aptopadesh. Must do. Next please. It is Ekant Avadharanena Uchyate. It should not be avoided. Next please. These are the examples where one or two or more than two factors are influencing the statements. We see Matrashi Sat. Ahar Matra Punha Agnibala Apekshani, but it is not only Agnibala Apekshani. It also expects Kal, Desh, Dosh, Rutu, etc. Trivida Pariksha, Dashavida Pariksha. Then for deciding Pathya, Matra Kala Kriya Bhumi Deha Dosha Gunantaram Prapyam Taddidi Drishyante Tete Bhavaha Tatha Tatha. So for deciding Pathya, we have to consider Matra Kal Kriya Bhumi Deha Dosh, and Chakrapani has explained it with example of Gruta very well. So when we are considering more than two factors influencing the statement, then it is the Tantra Yukti of Anekanta. It is most useful in Ayurveda that we follow the black box design in research, so it is more useful. Next. The sutra which we seen in first slide, Vatasya Anujayat Pittam, Pittasya Anujayat Kafam. It's sutra from Sannipata Jatisar, but it is for only Niramatisar. When there is Amatisar, Chakrapani has mentioned that Sametu Prathama Amasya Evam Chikitsitam Kartavyam. Though there is Sannipatik Avastha, but if there is Am is present, then we have to treat Am first and then Vatasya Anujayat Pittam, Pittasya Anujayat Kafam. Second example is, we all know, that is Sansarjana Krama after Shodhana Chikitsa. Sanshodhanabhyam Shuddhasya Vrutadoshasya Dehinam Peyadi Kramam Achare. But if Samyak Shodhan is not taking place, if patient is taking alcohol, in Vata and Pitta Prakruti, that Peyadi Kram should be avoided and their Tarpanadi Kram should be done there. So what will we with Tantra Yukti in that two examples? First is, it's a general statement and then its exception is given. Which Tantra Yukti it is? Apavarga. Next. These are other examples of Apavarga. Snehan Svedan. Then in Utsanna Kafamedasam Snehan should be avoided. Amashay Klesha Bhava Sarva Chardi. So in each Chardi Langhan should be given, but excepted in Maruta Vataja Chardi. Jvara Langhan should be given except in Kshaya Anila Bhaya Krodha Kama Shoka Bhaya Shrama Udbhavat. Samyak Viriktam Vamana Uktena Dhuma Varjayana. Dhumapan except Dhumapan, all other Kram from woman should be given in Virechana Paschata Karma. Next. Again, Rakta Pitta Chikitsa Sutra, Kshina Bala Mausasya Rakta Pittam Yadashnataha. We already seen that if Utklishta dosh are present and Bala and Maus are not Kshina, first Chikitsa should be Stambhan. But vice versa, if dosh are Utklishta but Bala and Maus are Kshina, or Bala or Maus are not Kshina but dosh are not Utklishta, Stambhan should not be given. Second is from Shwasa Chikitsa, Meghambushita Pragvatay Shleshmalaischa Abhivartate, that is opposite factors will not increase the Shwasa Veg. Rasam tu Viparita Gunaihi Viparita Gunaha, that Samagunaha will not cause Ras. Viparita Gunaihi Dravyam Marutam Samprashamyati. All examples are from Viparyaya Tantra Yukti. Viparita, that is contrary statement, should be understood at these all examples. Next. तद भेषजम युक्ति युक्तम महाचतुष्पाद अध्याय सूत्र. When Punarvasu Atreya states that when all Chatushpad, Chikitsa Chatushpad in all good conditions and applied by Yukti, then it is a cause for Arogya. And it is objected by Maitreya Rishi. Second example is from Chikitsa Sthana, Rajakshma. In Rajakshma, we all know that Virechana is contraindicated, as Bala is on widow, Purisha only. But again, Shoshi Munchati Gatrani Purishastransanadapi Abala Apekshani Matram Kim Punayoho Virichate. Again, it is told that when dosha avastha, Utklishta dosh and dosha are in extreme conditions, Virechan should be given, but Snigdha Virechan should be given there. So it is the example, it is query has been raised, why it is Virichate, why should be Virechan there. And this Tantra Yukti is raising a query on the statement is Tantra Yukti known as Purva Paksha. Next please. Vikaro Dhatu Vaishamyam. We all know the sutra, but there Dhatu Vaishamya is not defined. What is Dhatu Vaishamya? It is defined in Sharirasthan, that is Vaishamya Gamanam hi Punaha Vruddhi Rasa Gamanam. What is Vaishamya? Vaishamya is Vruddhi Rasa Gamanam. And Chakrapani given detailed explanation that Vruddhi Rasa Gamanam Chaya Vyastam Samastam Cha Vaishamyam Neyam. One dosh or two dosh, when it goes to Vaishamya, that is Rasa or Vruddhi, it is known as Dosha Vaishamya. When statement is mentioned earlier and then cleared in next sthan or in any other chapter or any other context, same it is given by Mala. In Sutrasthan there is Mala pad in everywhere, in Chikitsa sthan also. But what is Mala? Mala is defined in Sharirasthan. Paripakvascha dhatavaha prakupitascha vatapitta shleshmanaha. ये च अन्ये केचित् शरीरे तिष्ठन्तो भावः शरीरस्य उपघाताय. Which do sharira upaghat, any bhava padartha can be defined as mala, and hence in samprapti there is kupitaischa malaha. Dosha sansarga and sannipat, both definitions are defined in Vimanasthan. What is speciality there? We all know that is 2 dosha are samsarga and 3 dosha are sannipat. But how? In which condition we can call it samsarga and in which condition it is known as sannipat? There is a specific word. Vruddhi akshaya. There is anubandha dosh, that is Swahetu Prakopita dosh. Swatantra Prakop of dosh, then only it is samsarga and sannipat. If it is Paratantra Prakop, it is not samsarga and sannipat at all. It is defined in Vimanasthan. Next please. So these are all examples of Vidhana Tantra Yukti. You know that sutra, its importance of Basti and Vata in Chikitsa. First it is mentioned in Charak Samhita that Chikitsa Ardham Bruvanti. Ardha Chikitsa as it is important in Chikitsa. Sarvam Chikitsam api Basti eke. Then other opinion is mentioned that some people may say it is the complete Chikitsa, not Ardha Chikitsa. Second example is from Pravrutti Hetu Bhavanam. What is it? Swabhava Paramavad. In Swabhava Paramavad, it is mentioned that there is no reason needed for Nash. But then in next line, they have mentioned other opinion. Kechit tatrapi manyante hetuhu hetoho avartanam. Sometimes some people have mentioned that hetuhu avartan is needed for Nash, and these both opinions are not objected at all. If we not object, then it is considered as we have accepted them without dispute, and it is the it is the tantra yukti, application of tantra yukti, which is anumata. Next. These are some examples which we cannot gaze on praman, or which are beyond the normal intellectual persons. That is in Agantu Unmad, specific time of Aghatakal, Falashruti of Kalyana Gruta, if you see the beneficiary in Alakshmi, Papa, Sarvagraha. In Agantu Unmad Chikitsa, there is Shanti Karma, Home, Japa. Then how Atma goes from one body to other, Abhute Vaishya Chaturbhi Sahita. All these examples are beyond the normal intellectual of the person. These are the examples of which Tantra Yukti? Vyakriyate, it is said by Chakrapani. Next, please. Vyakhyanam naam yat sarva buddhi vishayam vyakriyate. Beyond normal intellectual, when examples are presented, then it is a vyakhyan. Next, please. In Chikitsa Sthan, we all know that Chikitsa Sthan is based of Charak Samhita. But if we consider only Chikitsa Sthan, you don't read Sutra Sthan, Nidana Sthan, Viman Sthan, only you read Chikitsa Sthan. Then there is a Sneha should be given, Vaman should be given, Virechan should be given. But their Matra, their Anupan, Kal, which are already introduced in Sutra Sthan, that is statement, but their relevance from previously stated statements. It's Tantra Yukti. Which is Tantra Yukti? It is Atita Vekshana, which are stated earlier. You should consider it at these examples, and then you have to think upon it, and then you should give Jalam Ushnam Grute. It's not meaning that in all conditions you should give Ushna Jala for Grute. It's a common statement. Then what should you do? Koth and Fand, both are come in Ushna Jal. According to condition, you have to uhan on this sutra, and you have to do what will be the best for the patient and for the condition. All these examples are for that Tantra Yukti, and it is the Atita Vekshan. In Grahani also, it is said that Amalingan Vitam, Amalakshana in Grahani, Sukhena Ushnena Ambuna Uddhare, and which has reference in Vimanasthan, Sadhyam Amam, Salavanam Ushnam Varam Payitva Ullekhaye. Lavana Ushna Jal will affect you in Sadhya Ama Chikitsa. Next, please. Next. Udara Samprapti. We all know Udara Samprapti, and there is excess dosha prakop is the main cause of Udar. Why it is excess dosha prakop? So we have to consider the sutra from Shwas. Udiryate Bhrishataram, which we already seen in Yoga Samprapti. Udiryate Bhrishataram Margarohat Vahajjalam. Due to a margavarod, due to obstruction, Udiryate Bhrishataram. Dosh Udiran in excess takes place, and that excess dosh is the main cause of Udara Samprapti. So we have to consider this sutra from Shwasa Chikitsa in Udara Samprapti. Jvaribhyo Bahudoshebhya Udvam Chadhascha Buddhiman. Shodhan should be given. From which place? Kalpeyat Upadekshate. Kalpasthan. You should see Kalpasthan and then got the drug of choice. In Vishamajwara, Monochikitsa is advised, which is again given in Unmad and Apasmar Chikitsa. In Rajakshma, in Pathyapalan, it is mentioned that Pathya from Shatakshina also be added in the Rajakshma. And so you have to go to the Shatakshina, and then you can complete the Rajakshma Chikitsa. So it is the Atita Vekshana. When future plan or future concept is cleared earlier, it is the application of Tantra Yukti Anagata Vekshan. Next, please. Next. Second example, Kshaya Sthanam Ruddhischa Doshanam Trividhagati. What is Sthana? Samyavastha. It is defined by Chakrapani. That is Kshayasthanam Vruddhischa. That is the meaning which Chakrapani and Charak has given for sthan. Definition of Mandaka. Yada kshiram vikriyam apannam ghanatvam nayati. Definition of Samashan, Adhyashan and Vishmashan. You all know that is the terminologies explained by author or by commentators. This comes under the Tantra Yukti. Next, please. Swasadhya. And why this Swasadhya or terminologies is important? It is given in this example. Definition of Amashaya given by Charak Samhita. Nabhistanantaram jantoho amashayam iti smrutaha ashitam khaditam pitam lidham chatra vipachyate. And if you know that terminology of amashaya, then only samprapti of jvara, that is amashaya pravishya, and then ushma and heat and agni comes out. Then only you can understand the samprapti of jvara, samprapti of shwas, why they are pittasthana samadbhavu. Pittasthana means amashaya. Next, please. Tasman buddhimatam uhapoh vitarkaha manda buddhestu yathoktam anuganam eva shreyaha. Both examples are same, that if person with low intellectual, he should follow the sutra as it is. And if he has a good intellectual, then he should do vistar with his uhana tantra yukti and other tantra yuktis also. And some examples are sevaniya and asevaniya dravya given in Charak Samhita. List is very short, sevaniya and asevaniya, but we should compare it to today's scenario and we should expand it, and then we can tell the patients what should be eaten and what should be not eaten on daily basis. Not in disease condition, I am telling in swasthavastha. Determination of rasa in chikitsa. We know pitta vruddhi, there is madhur, tikta, kashaya, and 3 ras are beneficial for pitta. But which ras should be used in specific conditions? If pitta is a sam, madhura rasa, which is most beneficial, but we can't use it. When there is a dravaguna vruddhi, there should be kashaya rasa should be used. And where ushna tikshna guna are increased, then only tikta rasa, and for sama, pitta, pachan, tikta rasa should be used. And dosha, swatantra, paratantra, prakop should be known by uhana tantra yukti, uhya. Why should it know that dosh from swatantra prakop or paratantra prakop? What is importance of swatantra dosha prakop and paratantra dosha prakop? Swatantra means due to hetu's self. What is difference between both treatment? General line of treatment which we use in by Samanya Vishesh Siddhanta, it is applicable only for Swatantra Dosha Prakop. It is not applicable to Paratantra Dosha Prakop. That is Ashaya Pakarshagati. In maximum times in Vataj Prameya there is Daha. Pada Daha is in maximum patients. If we use Pitta Chikitsa there is no upasham at all. There should be chikitsa of vata, because prakupita vata extracts the pitta at the pada, which is not its normal sthan, and thus there is a daha. And so we have to use vata chikitsa there, because that is paratantra prakop, that is not swatantra prakop. That is uhana tantra yukti uya. Next. There is in red cha, that is samuchaya. Cha prefix is used. But cha prefix has 2 different meanings. One is collecting together, and second is to consider, which is not told. It is also for cha, and so from this meaning we can define rasa and anurasa. Because if you see this definition, vyaktaha shushkasya cha adav, it can be give wrong meaning. Vyaktaha shushkasya cha, that is shushkasya cha ardrasya cha. In shushka and ardra, in both avastha of dravya, adav cha ante cha. Because if at starting you realize that madhura rasa and at end you realize that is katu rasa. It's not rasa. आदौच अंतेच रसो द्रव्यस्य लक्ष्यते. In shushka and adra, in both avastha of dravya, in both adi and anta, which you realize that is rasa and which not, it is a anurasa. Paradigone, it is normally collecting together, that is cha, 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 cha. In Strotomula also, the cha is considered which is not untold, which is not told. Shonitavahanam Srotasam Yakruta Moolam Plihacha. It is not mentioned that there are only two Strotomula for each Strotas. In each sutra, there are two Strotomula, but it is not mentioned that only two should be considered. So we can consider other Strotomula also. But how can we consider? What is Strotomula? Strotomula is a Prabhavasthan which can influence Strotas or vice versa. Strotas can influence that place. According to modern, Raktava Strotas Mool is known as bone marrow, Majjadhatu. So Majjadhatu or bone marrow, which we can consider in Strotomula of Shonitava Srotas. Ranjaka Pitta, Ranjako Rasaranjana, which is applicable at Amashaya, which can be also considered as Shonitavaha Srota Samul. And so, by Uhana Tantra, it is must to consider all these factors in today's scenario while treating the patients. Next, please. Next. These are the Drishtanta examples which are given for a low intellectual person which can be understand the meaning of sutra. That is Sarpi Varnam. Which color Sarpi? Madhu Rasam. Which ras? As a Madhu. Laja Gandhi. Gandha as a Laja. Karoti Vikrutim Tatra. Khe Varshamiva Toyadaha. These are the examples. If you don't explain the sutra, then with the example we can complete the meaning of that sutra, and this is the application of Tantra Yukti. Which Tantra Yukti? Next, please. Next. Visheshena Miyate Nyayate Dosha Bhejadaya. Yesterday we have already seen that. It is the Nirukti. Yad Visarpati iti Visarpaha. It's also Nirukti, Nirukta Vachana. Then Kopastu Unmarga Gamita. Sutra from Ashtanga Hridaya. What is Unmarga Gamita? What is Dosha Prakop? Swasthan se bahar aana. It is only that meaning. It is transformation from Swamana Avastha to Vikruta Avastha, that is Vriddhi or Kshay. That condition is known as Kop. Next, please. Nirvachanam. जीर्णे अश्नीयात् स्नेहम् अग्रे प्रयुजितः ततः स्वेदनम् अनन्तरं स्नेह स्वेद उपपन्नस्य संशोधनं तथा ग्राम्य अनुपौदकमौसम. What is this example to? Previously we have also seen. Then what is the difference between two? We can't do any change. Next, please. Avashya anushteyataya. We can't change according to conditions. There is Vava, which is Tantra Yukti. It is giving Vikalpa. Which Tantra Yukti is? Vikalpana. What is meaning of Va or what is Vikalpa? Then you can use as a substitute or not. We can.
Maybe indicated that according to dosha, you
These are for adhikaran, that adhikaran, but you can use it according to dosh, dushya, prakruti. They are not substitute to each other. Next, please. Next. Ahara sambhavam vastu rogascha ahara sambhava. Already we have discussed in yesterday's lecture. Ahara sambhavam. Sambhava, that is Utpatti sthan. Why ahara is most important in our life? Because ahara sambhavam vastu. Vastu means sharir. Sharir and rog both are ahara sambhavaha. Utpatti from ahar, and hence ahar is most important. What is its clinical application? As we see in Jvara, Langhan should be given. Cause is amashaya samudbhava. So if you know the udbhava sthan of Vyadhi, you can change the line of treatment accordingly. Vyadhi sambhava is from dosh, and dosha sambhava is from again guna. So according to guna, you can judge the dosh or vice versa. And then line of treatment should be chosen. Next. Next. Though these are the examples I have collected for interpretation of Tantra Yukti, but it has a clinical importance. If you don't know the exact meaning of terms and exact meaning of Hetvartha and etc., then you cannot give the judgment and you cannot give the treatment in perfect sense as told in Charak Samhita. So it is the clinical application and some collection of examples. It was only sharing of thoughts, not a lecture. So you can give your inputs for examples, and if you have feeling that it is not correct, then also you can suggest me so that I can improve my knowledge and other examples also. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It was indeed a very informative session on Tantra Yukti and with suitable examples. So the session is open for discussion. Any queries?